I would like to express my appreciation to everyone here today, for attending today's webinar. For me, right, at least from where I'm staying, it's a special day. Do you know what day is this? Today is a Mid-Autumn Festival, right? So if you're Chinese, yeah, today is where they're all gathering as a family gathering, yeah, having a dinner or something. Then some of you might ask, Iverson, yeah, do you also you're also Chinese, right? Why don't you celebrate Mid-Autumn? I did, yeah, but the gathering is on lunch, so I can speak with all of you here during dinner time. Okay, all right. So also, yeah, thanks to the team here. Yeah, they actually have I would say, yeah, they also have their own family gathering. Yeah, but they choose to be here today to help everyone. Yeah, to learn something. I would say important. Yeah, and therefore we celebrate early, 6 hours early. Okay, good. So, and to those who celebrate Mid-Autumn Festival, yeah, I want to wish everyone, yeah, enjoy today. It's a time to get together with families. And if I think all of us here, without the need for me to say that all of us here would like not only to we become better, we also want our family to become better as well, isn't it? Right? It's not just I want to be great in 2024, right? Yeah, one person, you don't feel the joy, right? Yeah, it's cool for a while, right? We want everyone in our family, in our team, to grow together, isn't it? Right. So this is what I realized, especially for the last few years, because when I started doing metaphysics, and learn about life improvement, life achievement, I focus a lot about me, right? So it's about what can I do more, right? And I realized that, there's no joy just improve by just improving ourselves. So hopefully today, yeah, today is a point you can learn something that you can help other people as well. How many of you here, you have certain people that you want to grow with them? You want to learn, share this journey together, and not just the success, yeah, the problems, and then we learn along the way. We pick each other up, and then in result of that, not only our bond becomes stronger, we grow together, right? Especially type the word yes if that is one of your goal in 2024. Okay, it's no longer me, it's more about we. Okay, great. So if that is what you want, is that what you intend to do, today's session will be very beneficial. Okay, for some of you, probably this is the first time you're joining us here, or probably it's the first time you're seeing me. You're wondering who is this guy is all about, right? So let me just do some introduction about myself. My name is Iverson Lee. All right, so long story short, I'm a consultant speaker and also a teacher focusing on Chinese metaphysics. I think some of you probably heard about Bazi, Feng Shui, Qi, date selection, Yi Jing even. So these are the system that I mastered since 8 years ago. And then I actually make use of this application method to improve myself first, because that time, the whole reason I learned and I pick up metaphysics subjects is to purely to solve my problem at that time. So guess what kind of problem I have? That time, I actually heavily in debt. So it's categorized under financial problem. Okay, it's a very real problem, right? That time. And then I try to find a solution now. And that's how I get into learning Bazi, Qi, and Feng Shui and other metaphysics subjects. How many of you here, one of your goal in 2024 is to help you to improve your financial standing? Type the word me if that is your main goal. Okay, great. So many of you here actually focus on that. All right. So and I'm going to talk something about that today, of course. So you know what to expect and what you're going to do. So some of you are new here, right? Then you might think, okay, all right, it's cool, but will I able to benefit from today's session? If you don't have any background at all, you're totally beginner on this, then let me tell you, yeah, don't worry, rest assured you're able to understand, and actually not only that, you're able to know, yeah, what to expect and what to do from now onwards. And wow, welcoming 2024 coming in, and you know that we already reached almost the fourth quarter of 2023. and we don't have much time to get prepared, right? Obviously around 3 months time or 4 months time. So I think this is a critical point. So if you are new to this, then you might think, okay, I want to improve my life, right? So how this metaphysics, so-called metaphysics, 八字 or Qi or Feng Shui, able to help me out? Okay, so let me just tell you step by step first. When you learn 八字 or when you learn Feng Shui, so and the most frequent question, yeah, that I receive, yeah, or even this is the same question I ask also when I start to learn this, is a will I question. What is a will I question? Means that will I become rich? Will I become a multi-millionaire? Will I have a great health? Will I have a great relationship? How many of you here asked that question before? That is the first question you ask if you learn metaphysics. It's a will I questions. Type the word me if you ask this question before. Okay, so many of you, right? Yes. And think about this, right? Why we ask those questions? Because it's under an assumption, yeah, that something already predestined, right? Otherwise, you won't ask this question. You say, will I become a millionaire, as if like it's really destined, either you become one or not, right? So we have this so-called assumption, unspoken assumption inside. So, and let me just clear this part first, right? Otherwise, you might have a wrong perception what we are doing here. Okay, so when you use metaphysics, especially when you read your own destiny chart, the chart itself is not a guarantee chart. Yeah, the chart doesn't say that you're destined to be a millionaire, even you do nothing. You know it does not make sense, right? So how can you become a millionaire if you do nothing, right? So therefore, the chart or the Pater chart precisely is a potential chart. Okay, it's a potential. So the chart will tells you, your chart have high wealth capacity, and if you do this, your chances of success is good. Let's say if someone told you that your chart got huge wealth potential and you do nothing, will you able to get the rewards? No. So which means that those potential in your chart got wasted. Okay, so that's what it means. So the whole goal here is to know, yeah, what kind of potential in our chart. So I mean, it would be better if you know it as early as possible, right? If you knew at your 20s, 30s, 40s, you still have time. If you only knew this on the age of 90 or 100 years old, probably it's a bit too late, because the time, yeah, you don't even bother, right? You just want to enjoy life. So therefore, I always tell people, if you want to get all this information from your destiny chart, or what I call a Pater chart, you need to know this as early as possible. Okay, all right. So now, how many of you here already know how to read your Pater chart? Or shall I regard this as Chinese astrology chart? Type the word me. If you already have some basic, you know how to read your chart. Okay, all right, great. So I think some of you do and some of you didn't, is fine. So, and let me show you first, right? So what is the chart that I'm talking about? So let me just share on the screen right now. Okay, there you go. So, okay, do you see it now? Okay, so this is, okay, hold on, let me share it again. Okay, if you can see the Pater chart, type the word me. Okay, great. Okay, so this is the sample destiny chart, all very small, is it? Okay, how many of you can see full screen? Type the word me. Okay, let me try again. I think some of you cannot see this, so let me do this one more time. Okay, if you can see this full screen, type the word F, please. Okay, all right, cool. So let's begin here. So once you have this question, this chart here, so I want you to pay attention. The chart, as you see from my shared screen right now, contains a lot of characters, right? So you might thinking, should I actually understand everything here before I can make use of this chart to improve my life? The answer is no. Okay, I'm talking to beginner as well, because the first thing in your mind is say, oh my God, there's so many things here, right? Should I need to memorize everything, understand everything? No. Yeah, just like life itself, in a pattern chart, let me tell you first, based on so many years of practice, not all the information in the chart is useful. Yeah, not every information in the chart is useful. I want you to know about this first. Okay, so which means the chart also follow the Pareto principles. It means that if you want to make change in your life, there are 20% information from the chart that actually creating 80% of the results. Don't you think this is important? Right? Because if not, right, when you learn all this stuff here, you just learn everything, only you know that only some part of it is useful to achieve your goal. Right? So I think the first thing when you start to read the chart is you must know which part is the important one, that 20% of it that actually responsible for the 80% of the result. How many of you here want to know this? Type the word me. Instead of just blindly look for information. Type the word me if you want to know this. Okay, great. So now, when you look at a pattern chart, they are year pillar. How do I know this is a year pillar? It's stated year here, right? So it's a stated year here. And then there's a month pillar. Yeah, month pillar, day and hour. So there are a total of 4 pillars here. And then one more is here, the luck pillar. Don't you think these are 5 important pillars? Yes, it is. So now, if there are 5, if I put it in a 100% ratio divided by 5, don't you think each of the pillar roughly occupied 20%? All right. Yeah, because 100 divided by 5 pillars represent 20%. So therefore, among the 20, which one is the real 20%? Okay, now I'm going to share with you right now. The real 20% actually is here, the month pillar. Okay, so if you want to start to learn Bazi, you want to know, okay, what are the most important one? Is always the month pillar. So let me share with you. Yeah, these are the one that is important. So which means if you want to make improvement in your life, you can ignore the rest of this first and just focusing on this. Yeah. How cool is this? Is it better now? Yeah, at least you know what to focus in. Okay, so yes, there are a lot of technical reason why it is like that, because it's born the season, it determines the rest of the element. So if I put the technical part aside, the month pillar represent one thing. It governs your quality of life. Therefore, this pillar also govern your work, also govern your business, right? If your work quality, you cannot perform your work, you cannot make money, how great your quality of your life could be. Yeah, max is mediocre, right? So therefore, if you able to do well in your job, your business, are you someone happier? Are you an achiever? Are you a provider? Don't you think you can have a great quality life, not only for yourself, but for your family as well? Make sense? So therefore, yeah, if someone come to me that say, Iverson, I want to make changes in my own life, this is the pillar I look at first to help that person. Yeah, so therefore, I just want to tell you here, in Bazi reading, I would say that you need to know where to look for information. Okay, so now I want all of you here, just for now, circle I would say the month pillar first. Yeah, later we're going to actually look into that. All right, so that is the part that is important. Okay, now in the month pillar, it's your own chart, right? So later on, I'm going to tell you if you see certain sign there, yeah, what does it mean and all these things. But for now, before I look into that part first, although this is important, I want to know that if you want to change your destiny or you want to create a better 2024, what is the most important thing right now? Always the most important thing you need to do to make change in 2024. You need to have a resolution, right? Yeah, every time, beginning of every year, what normally people do or your friends do is a popular time to do what? To set a big goal. Agree? Right? So therefore, these are the time that people say, oh, this year I want to do what? Or this year will be the year I will, lose weight or change the job or write a book, right? Or start a business. How many of you here plan to start a business or a side gig this year? Type the word me. Yeah, you're tired of your boss right now. You don't see eye to eye to your boss. You have a choice, you want to fire him. Yeah, but now you need a plan, right? Type the word me. Oh my God. How Daryl. Why? Okay. All right. So now there are okay. I see that there are so many of you here. You want to do this. All right, cool. So don't you think we need to set a goal first? If you want to actually you want to create a change, right? So therefore, whether you know Bazi or not, it does not matter first. You must have a goal. And have you actually heard about one thing here? Is someone say winners in life that set goal. Have you heard about this? All winners set goals. Okay, all right. Yeah, so but the thing here is, don't you think, yes, winner set goal, so do loser. Right? Yeah, it does not mean, loser also have goal one or not. Do you agree? Right? They also set goal. Yeah, the only difference here, they cannot achieve their goal. So I don't want to think, okay, I set a goal means that I'm already ahead of someone else. No, I mean, anyone can set a goal. Yeah, I just simply randomly pick anyone. They ask them, what is your goal? Everyone tell me they want to become a millionaire, right? So which means goal is not unique. Yeah, winner and loser set goal, right? So, and what is the differentiation between a winner and a loser is because if you're a loser, right, which means that only a short time after you set a goal, right, suddenly the motivation lost. You feel like it's a lot of work to do. Yeah, then suddenly become you have a slow progress about in terms of achieving your goal. Then you try to adjust your goal a little bit because you feel it's hard, or you are tempting to give it up. Yeah, don't you think it's normal? How many of you experienced that before? You have a high motivation at the beginning of the year, and then you're so inspired, but slowly dwindling, all this motivation. You wonder where it goes, and then you're back to your old self again, and then you tell yourself, never mind, I wait until next year, I set my goal again. How many of you experienced this before? Type the word me there. Let me see. How many of you? Okay, sounds familiar? Okay, if you've been there, I've been there so many times, all right, okay? So, and it's normal, we are human. So that is what I call goal fatigue, right? This explains what we're going to talk about today, right? Is how do we combat this type of thing? Because everyone have goal. The reason some can achieve, some are not able to make it, is because when the fatigue sets in, okay? That's why they have this. So now, how many of you here are committed to change this part? Right? The past already the past. Yeah, you need to cry about it. Right? Now is 2024, right? So what if I can show you, some of the way, to adjust or change this dynamic? So 2024 will no longer like 2023. If it's not, your 2024 is almost same like 2023. You don't want that, right? You want better. So, and now Bazi chart can share with you what is the likelihood, that cause a goal fatigue, in whatever you set out to do. Do you want to learn how? Because when you're aware of it, you know where to change, right? So now I want all of you here to take out your Bazi chart. Your Bazi chart is going to show you how do you actually do this part here. Take out your Bazi chart. I'm going to share my a sample chart as well right now. Okay, all right. So can you see the barter chart? By the way, yes, if you can see it. There's something wrong with my computer today. I cannot okay, you can, right? Okay, cool. So if you can see it, so I want you to do this. I want you to scroll until you able to see this diagram. I call this the 5 structures. Okay, under these 5 structures, there are wealth, influence, resources, companion, and output. Do you see that? Okay, so now your job, your only job here is you want to check which of the one is the highest. Yeah, there are 2 diagrams there. I want to focus on the natal diagram, which is the beige color, not the purple color diagram. All right. So which means I'm referring to this. This is a beige color, right? Okay, now, yeah, everyone listen first. When you look at the sample chart that I share right now, which one is the highest? Is it wealth, influence, resources, companion, or output? Type the answer in the chat box. Which one is the highest for this individual? Some of you say wealth. Obviously, it's not, because you're looking at the purple color diagram, right? So the correct answer is output. Right? Because why? Because the output is here. You see the point here? Right? It's very high. Okay, so let me just clear this. Can you see clearly now? Is it output is the one? Yes. Okay, clear, right? So for this individual, the highest element is output. So how about yours? Type in the chat box, check your chart right now. Once you found it, there are only 5 possibilities here. Either the wealth, output, influence, resources, or companion. Okay, some of you are wealth, and okay, great. So that's all I need from you. Okay, all I need from you is to find the highest point among the 5 structures. That's all. Okay, now once you got the thing here, okay, let me check which one. How many of you here has the wealth is the highest one? Wealth is the highest. Type the word me. Okay, all right. So now let me tell the reason, right? Most of the time, the reason you get into goal fatigue, okay, which means that you get frustrated, you no longer do the thing you set out to do, yeah, you lost your motivation, is because if your wealth is the highest, it's because you are impatient. Yeah, you expect results too soon. The moment you don't see the result within 1 or 2 months, you keep telling yourself, oh, it's not working. True or not? If your wealth, normally the problem is impatient. You want things like yesterday. Okay, even though, yeah, maybe you expect if you expect a baby, you say, how comes you need 9 months to deliver a baby, right? Why not just 1 month? You know it won't possible, right? So therefore, when they get frustrated, that's why they lost their motivation. So the way to solve this problem, how do you solve this problem? Only if you're more patient, right? So you say everything need times. You cannot just expect like something just like a seed just sprout to become a tree or something, right? It needs time to grow. So if your wealth is the highest, very likely you mess up your goal and everything, or you didn't complete what you set out to do, is because of this. Is this useful, guys? Right? Can you use this to coach your children too? Yeah, if you know the pattern. Yeah, that's how this is just, I'm just touching a very a tip of an iceberg of what a parter can do. Parter can do so many things. Yeah, so but I want you to learn so you can apply today. Yeah, not a week from now, not a year from now. I mean now you can do it already. You see how easy it is, right? I know that in this industry, a lot of people make parter as complex or more complex than it is. So they can, yeah, they can actually, so people respect them. Wow, you're so great, you know, you understand complex subject. But actually, parter is very simple. It's very simple. Like all of you here, even you don't know parter, now you know how to apply already. Correct or not? Right. So now, next one. Next one is output. Type the word me if your output is the highest. Let me see. The output is the highest. Okay. The reason sometimes you procrastinate or you don't complete the task, is because from the start, your goal is too big to start with. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, let's say you want to set a goal, you want to make money, right? Normally people, okay, I want to make the first 100,000. Yeah, but your first goal is already set. You want to become a billionaire. Yeah, you're not a millionaire right now, but you want to become a billionaire. So when the goal too big, yeah, you become overwhelmed, and then that's how very likely you're not going to achieve it. Yeah, it's good thing to dream about, right? A good thing to share, yeah, but it's not practical. So very likely your goal here, you're not too practical, and once you doing it, you start to see a lot of hindrance. You become too hard. The goal is too far. Yeah, what you need is not a big goal. What you need actually is small victories, right? You chunk it down into small things, and when you achieve it, it's like stacking one small victory over another, and then that's how you actually become successful. Okay, right? True or not? Yeah, if your output is the highest, that's what you do, right? If you want to build a company, you say I want to build a company that I want to bring down Apple. Oh, come on. Okay, yes, it might possible, but not now, right? So therefore, has to be practical. Yeah, that is what the if your output is too high, that probably is the reason why you get into goal fatigue in the first place. Okay, now next one. Let's look at influence. How many of you here the highest is influence? Okay, type the word B. I want to see who you are. Nice. Wow, so many of you here. So if your highest is the influence based on your 5 structure chart, then the main reason, yeah, you might actually caught into this goal fatigue is because you are not flexible. Yeah, because the world changed so fast, it might be very different strategy compared to when you devise your business plan. Probably the world right now already changed so much. Your business plan are no longer I would say viable. It's no longer relevant. So you must be fast enough to make a change. You cannot say like, I already have a business plan. I must follow it regardless what is happening, right? So normally when your influence is the highest, you are the last one to change, to adapt to the new trend. Yeah, until a point, you have no choice, only you change, so you're not fast enough, so you're not flexible. So therefore, if your influence is the highest, when you sell do something, remember, the goal can be still the same, but the approach to the goal can be different. Make sense? Right? Yeah, so you need to be flexible. Yeah, maybe your goal today or your goal for the next 6 months is to lose weight. And your original plan is you want to jog in the park, right? But that day is raining. Or it's raining, then I don't jog, right? But remember, your goal is not to jog. Your goal is to lose weight, right? So are there many ways you can lose weight while stay indoor? That is flexible. Okay, all right. Understand so far? All right, great. So now, next one. If your highest is companion. Okay, so if your highest is companion, okay, so your reason of you having goal fatigue is because you exhaust yourself physically. All right, sometimes you don't have a poor energy management, your own energy, by the way, right? You don't eat healthily, you don't have a proper time of sleeping, so you're not aware of this, and because of this, you have physical exhaustion, and this lead to goal fatigue. Because even you are passionate, you don't have energy, it's very hard for you to follow up, yeah, especially when you get into problems. So if your companion is the highest, yeah, you need to master energy management, right? What to eat, what to sleep, right? So that part is super important because you might overlook on this. You might exhaust yourself on this. Okay, all right, cool, clear. Okay, now I think, did I finish all of the 5? I think one more, right? Resources. Okay, So if your resources is turn out to be the highest, yeah, the reason you get into goal fatigue is because you're too slow. Why you're too slow? Because you are indecisive. Okay, there are so many information coming in. Yeah, should I do this? But another sources say you shouldn't. Another sources say you should do something else. So you keep thinking, oh, which one is the right direction? And because of those time wasted, you miss out big opportunities, and you're not moving progress. Therefore, you feel stuck. Therefore, you have this goal fatigue. Things are not moving as fast as you want it to be because you are indecisive. You're afraid of making wrong decision because you are overwhelmed with too much information on hand. Okay, so if your resources is the highest, right, take a look at this, right? So tell yourself you don't need to have 100% information, yeah, to make a decision, right? As long as you get 70%, you know this is roughly the way to go, right? Enough, then you must have a deadline to execute. You can tell yourself, okay, I need to make this decision, and I give myself 2 weeks deadline. Okay, so within these 2 weeks, you do whatever research you want, but there's a deadline for to make a decision, right? You just make a decision out that when you ready to make that decision, you make best of what you know within the 2 weeks time and then make it. Otherwise, you wait forever. Yeah, without you knowing it, if you don't make a decision after 1 year, it seems like, hey, things not moving. Yeah, I still the same person or the same results as I am a year ago. So we don't like that. How many of you here, your resource is the highest? Type the word me. Okay, all right. Now you know, yeah, especially it's a lot, right? Normally, if your resource is a lot, these are the person that they ask different consultants with the same question, and then they keep comparing. This consultant A say my parcel is like this, and then consultant B says parcel is like this. Then how? How many of you here you approach different consultant before and discover how come the answer is different, and then you feel confused? Okay, and then now let me explain to you, right? Why it's like this? It's because, do you agree there are more than one solution to solve the same problems or not? Is it possible? Yes, right. So that's why you get a different answer from everyone, because all of us here have different background. If someone has a more business background, he tell you a different way to solve a problem. Right. So if someone, their networking is very strong, they're talking about people, right? Yeah. So that's why you have different solution to the same problem. Okay. Yeah. Now you know. Okay, cool. Do you like this first piece of information or not? Do you like this? Is it useful? Can you use this to help anyone or your friend or whoever to help them to solve the goal fatigue for 2024? Yeah. So, and you just learn it. Yeah, I think by just this one piece of information, you can make a lot of difference in 2024 already. Okay, all right, nice. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that you find it useful. So once we know this, once we know this part here, I want to share with you also, now you know what to do to avoid goal fatigue. So, and with one more piece of information, then you're able to actually give you a more clearer picture what to expect. And this lead me to share with you what is the outlook for 2024. Do you want to know this as well? What to expect? So at least when you have a goal, you know how to adjust your goal to align to it. How about that? Great. Okay. So now let me share with you first the chart for 2024. Okay. Yeah, this is not your chart. This is a parcel chart, by the way. Yeah, this is a chart for 2024. There are a lot of information here. So, and first of all, let me clarify first. The energy of 2024, will start kicks in starting this 7th of December 2023, as early as that. All right, so which means that whatever analysis about 2024, you will feel the effect already kicks in starting 7th of December. All right, because it's due to the transition of energy. That is the point where the energy come in. And all of you here know that 2024 is the year of dragon, right? It's a year of wood dragon. So therefore, then you might think, okay, how does that relevant to me? I think first of all, I think here from the way I look at this chart here, the first thing is a lot of people will start their own business. Yeah, that is one of the trend because Chen itself is an indirect wealth pillar. So people like to take control of their destiny. So I would say if you want me to summarize the theme for 2024 is the year of entrepreneurship. So how many of you here already start thinking about it? You want to own something you own, right? They don't want to actually be in control, yeah, by the corporate structure or the pecking order of the corporate unfair policy, you know, so many things, right? So therefore, this is the year you see a lot of people that resign and start their own business. Yeah, this is one of the thing here. Okay, so if you which means right now when you have a conversation with others, you see that a lot of people already planning to do so. Okay, so now the question here is, so someone say, okay, it's easy to make money or not? Yeah, in 2024, whether you work for others or even you're running your own business, how about that part? Is there a lot of wealth opportunities? So when we look at the chart here, the chart here says something like this. We can look at the wealth element, right? So let's see how many wealth element is here. So when you look at this chart here, I can see one wealth here. You see DW, there's one wealth element here, and then another wealth element here, IW. IW stands for indirect wealth. So now tell me, if you ask about making money opportunities, is it easy or hard for next year? A lot of people ask me, will we recover soon, right? Whether 2024 will be a great year compared to 2023. What will you tell that person? Yeah, hard, right? Because there are only two. Yeah, and then the whole chart here doesn't have a lot of wealth, only two, and then it's small in size as well. We call this a hidden stamp. Okay, so it's extremely hard. So I can foresee that a lot of people will find the job opportunities are limited and people finding really hard to look for a job. Okay. Yeah. So I would say that if you're someone still need your job to survive, to support your family, you know, don't make a rash decision. You have to resign without having a job, a new job on hand. Okay. Because it's not as easy as you think. So this is the part here. And if you learn Bazi, okay, let me just share with you something technical here. If you learn Bazi, the day Wu Shi, this is like a ugly mountain. Okay, the thing here. So this ugly mountain, is it a problem? No. If it's at night, right? If it's at night, even you're ugly, is still, they cannot differentiate between a beautiful mountain or ugly mountain. Beautiful mountain basically means it's a very greenish mountain, right? And ugly mountain means it's rocky. It's a bare mountain that don't have any plantation on top. So therefore, this is the ugly mountain. So if it's at night, no problem, right? But you see this fire is here. This is a sunlight, right? This one will actually shines over the mountain, right? So can anyone see the mountain clearly or not? Yes or no? Yeah, try. There are no penalty for this. Yeah, yes, wow. Okay, wow, all of you say yes, right? Of course. So don't you think a lot of people wrongdoing might be exposed in 2024? Can I say that? Okay, or maybe you are lazy, you can get away with things because your supervisor don't care, but you cannot get away with all this in 2024. Yeah, all your dirty laundries will be exposed. So, but if you are someone hardworking, it's fine, which means that more of your talent get recognized, right? What if you're someone lazy? You're just lucky because your superior protect you. Yeah, if you actually are lazy, you don't have any substance, maybe next year your superior got transferred away, and then a new person coming in, and then you're having hard time dealing with this person because he nitpicking everything you do. Okay, so this is one of the sign also in 2024. Do you like this analysis? How I do the pattern analysis here? Is it okay or not? Because I include some technical, because some of you learned pattern before, right? If you don't know, you just remember all the dirty laundry be exposed. That's it. Okay, any wrongdoing, anything can get away so far, it will not be so easy in 2024. Okay, like if you're a salesperson, let's say you have an entertainment claim, right? That you have, and you've been abusing it all this while. Yeah, and you realize that next year the company will be very focused on that. They'll cut costs. They're going to scrutinize everything, all the bills that are coming in. They keep checking every single thing, question every single thing. So you're not able to abuse it anymore. All right. Okay, so this is one of the things you need to know. And because also we can look at employment market as well. Employment market normally got to do with DO, direct officer. And when you look at this chart here, right, you look at this chart here, do you see any DO? Right, one here, right? You see a DO here? It's very small. It's not so easy. Yeah, so therefore I would say that these are the year that you cannot get yourself into goal fatigue. Yeah, from here, I'm going to tell you there are a lot of things. It's not easy. You already know that. So you don't have any excuse just to rest, take my own time, chill, bro, you know, all this YOLO kind of concept. If you are still struggling, you want to make money, this year is not the year to rest. When things get tough, yeah, a lot of people become hungry and they become competitive because there are so many people fighting over the same pile of cash or the same piece of meat. So I will conclude that it's a very competitive market next year. If you think this year is competitive, wait until next year. It's even more. Okay. So if you are not good in terms of skill, you might losing out to all these people. So now, when you look at the chart here, also you also know that there's a form of clashes. So if you learn parts before, you know that the dragon and the dog is a clash. How many of you know this? Dragon and dog is a clash. Yes. Okay. So this is clash means that there are conflict. And you also know that the tiger and the monkey also a clash, right? Is it a clash as well? So which means that the fundamental, the root is moving, is not stable. Yeah. So there's a lot of instability. Yeah. In terms of market, yeah, in terms of finance, because things change too fast, it can collapse anytime. So this is a time I want you to actually, you know, have a strong backup reserve. Yeah, so you can, you know, weather through all this tough time. Yeah, so make sure of that. And also because there's a clash, also means that, you know, things change very fast. So if you want to ask me what can I do, means that you must learn to act fast. Because all clash means they think are not stable, things keep changing, right? So you need to do that more. Yeah, for next year. Execution is the key. Okay. How many of you here found this useful? This information. There's a lot much more I can talk about this chart. I can talk until the next morning. Yeah, so many things. Yeah, not can talk about wealth. There's so many things, and also can talk about trivial things. Yeah, such as, you know, who will actually gain weight easily for next year. Yeah, so I actually published that. You can see that one, you know, right? Someone likely to gain weight easily for next year. I already published this in my YouTube channel, the whole video, you know, which are the animal sign affected. Yeah, so you go, okay, don't go to look at it now. Maybe after today's session, you go to my YouTube channel and then I'm going to tell you what are the signs that gain weight easily next year and then how do you solve it as well. Okay, so total information there. So my point here is, you know, there are so many information you can derive just the parted chart I shared with just now. Okay, of course, I cannot share everything today because it will take me like another week to do so, if not more. So, okay, I think a lot of you here watch. Okay, some of you asked about the fat thing, right? Okay, do you guys already watch the video? Right? In my YouTube channel, type the word me if you watch it already. Yeah, that one is more on the weight aspect. Nice. Okay, great. So there are much more. And now I got to pick some important keyword for you or important information since we only have like another 1 hour or maybe less here. So I got to talk about one star called the courage star. Okay, so in 2024, right? Because when you want to set a goal, right, you must have courage to start, right? So, and the courage star in 2024 is the yang wood. Okay, so let me share with you where is the yang wood. So I just share this chart easier. So if I, let me clear this out first. You check your chart, do you have this in your chart or not? This character is called Jia. Okay, check your chart. Some of you have 3. Okay, type the word, type the numbers. How many Jia you have in the chart? I remember this character. Okay, some of you have 1, some of you have 2. So if you have it, if you have this this thing here, which means that this year you will actually acquire these courage attributes. If you look at how people becoming rich, the reason they become rich is not because they are more intelligent, it's not because they are more capable, right? The reason people become rich because they have courage, isn't it? Yeah, not the most intelligent. Intelligent will tell you 10 reasons why you shouldn't do it because they're afraid of failing, right? Which in fact, the less intelligent one, they don't know anything, they just do it, and somehow, they learn along the way, and then they become better. So if you have this in the chart, I would say that, that is the great thing, because it represents courage, which means a lot of things you want to do before, you keep talking about it, but no action being taken yet. Suddenly in 2024, you have the courage to do it. Okay, whether your the goal or the thing you set out to do, whether it's a good thing or a wrong direction, that one you need to check. But nevertheless, you have the courage to start something. So the element, the yang wood just now, can appear anywhere in the chart, right? As long as you can see it, you're part of this courage group in 2024. Okay, so only yang wood, not yin wood. Remember just now the character I showed you, only that character, if you found it, there are no deviation. We need to be strict on that. I know that there's a yin wood. No, it's not yin wood, only yang wood. Okay, all right. So probably right now you really have the courage already. Some of you want to resign, but you're afraid, you're wondering, what if I cannot find? What if the new job is worse? You keep overthinking. When you have a lot of yang wood this year, the overthinking will disappear. Okay, suddenly you just do it. You do it now, you don't wait. It's a good thing. All right, Tan Siok Lian in the chat box say, okay, very true. Now already have the courage. Great. Okay. All right. So how many of you have Jia wood in the chart? And then now you already sense that energy already is coming. You also will become a bit rebellious, by the way. You know it inside. Okay, but doesn't mean what you set out to do is correct one, It could be wrong direction, right? You haven't verified yet, but at least you have the courage to start something. Okay, it's good. At least there's something new coming in. So later on, you need to check whether what set out to do, right? Is it the right direction or not? Okay, now that is the courage star of 2024. Okay, so now I want to share with you a little bit about wealth. How many of you want to make more money in 2024? Great. So in 2024, the element of money is water element. Is water element is the thing here. So now let me just share an empty chart for you. Okay, just recap a little bit. Just now I talking about the courage star. Remember just now the courage star is a yang wood, right? It can appear here, or anywhere here. It's considered. Okay, so when you found it, or even here, the log pillar. So there are 5 pillars you can locate. You can locate the yang wood element, then that is the courage energy you have. You need this, right? Period 9 is coming. Do you know that next year also the beginning of period 9? Right, for the next 20 years? It's a different work. The way you make money also different for the next 20 years. So now, let's talk about wealth opportunities first. Okay, so wealth opportunities, they are, remember just now I say that 2024, water represent wealth opportunities. So water in the bar chart are actually expressed as either of one of these character. This is yang water, this is yin water. Do you have this anywhere here or here? Either one. Okay, this talking about wealth opportunities. Okay, great. Yeah, you check your chart. So now, I want to ask you, how do you decipher this information inside this? Because now, okay, I have wealth element, right? What can I do now? I need to have some details here. So I'm going to tell the details here. If your wealth element resides in the year, there could be different meaning. If it resides in the month, this is month, also different meaning. Or the day, also different meaning. The hour, also different. Or in the luck pillar, also different meaning. So now, the next step I want all of you here to do is to check. Yes, you have the water element, either the yang or the yin water, but which pillar it resides. Yeah, so type it out. If you have the year or month, just type year and month. Okay, great. Yeah, it's not that hard, right? Okay, you just need to know the position of this water element. So once you actually found it, yeah, you know where the water element is. Now the position will tell you where this wealth opportunity is coming from. So now let's start with the year first. If your water element is in the year, your wealth opportunities in 2024 will come through your social media. Okay, so which means that a lot of you here, you want to actually become a maybe KOL, key opinion leader. You want to make money online. You want to become an influencer. How many of you want to do that? Yeah, you want to make some, I want to create a side gig or sell things online. If that is your goal, then the water element is in the year, you have a high chance to make it happen. Okay, do you guys understand? Yeah, because the year represents the world of social media. Okay, great. So now let's move on. If the wealth element, either yang water or yin water, resides in the month pillar, if it's in the month pillar, your wealth opportunities comes from your work. So if it's come from your work, what you should do? Don't you think you should improve your skill? Yeah, so you can get promoted. Don't you think you should learn how to connect with your boss better in 2024? Because a lot of your opportunities come through your work, your performance, your ability to manage your boss and make your boss happy. Yeah, so or become the value adder to the company. Okay, so that is the one. The chart suggests that's where, or you learn a new skill. For example, like now you learn AI, and your whole company, no one knows AI, you're the one know. You're the only one. So guess what? You suddenly become the VIP in the company. Okay, all right, that's in the month. So now, let's move on to the day pillar. How many of you here have the wealth element in the day pillar? What I mean when I say wealth means that the 2024 wealth, which is a water element, either top or bottom is okay, it's still counted. Okay. All right. So if you have it in the day, which means that you have this ability to convert your hobby into money. For example, like you like to learn Bazi, you learn for 5 years already. Okay, now you're wondering, can I make use of my hobby? Yeah, maybe when you learn it in the first time, you don't even intend to actually turn it into a profession. You just want to learn it for fun. That's why we call it hobby. But suddenly you say, hey, if I want to make money, can I convert that into a business or a side gig? Yes. Yeah, this year, if you have it, you have the water element in your day pillar, you can do it. Either top or bottom is also counted. Okay, Lu Hui Lin. Yeah, you just, I'm answering your question actually. All right, you're asking whether it's hidden, right? It's still counted. As long as within the day pillar. Okay, cool. All right. So, and how many of you have it in the day? And you want to turn your hobby into business? Great. Yeah, now is the time. Okay, the next one. The next one would be in the hour. Okay, if it's in the hour represent that you want to pay attention to your thinking because you have a lot of money making ideas this year. Whether you execute it or not depends how good are you control your goal fatigue. Okay, but nevertheless, you have some money making ideas. Okay, ideas only, does not mean you're able to materialize, right? What if you get into goal fatigue? Then idea equal to nothing. All right, so that one is the hour. How many of you have it in an hour? Great. So what you need to do, I want to do one thing, right? Bring a notebook with you, or nowadays you can use an iPad or your phone. Every time you have a epiphany, you have an idea, yeah, remember to write it down. Don't care whether you want to execute on the idea or not, write it down. If you don't write down, you might forget it. Yeah, then you just wasted all these opportunities. Okay, great. So now the final one here is in the luck pillar. Right? Remember, there are 5 pillars: year pillar, month pillar. I already covered the day as well, and then the hour pillar, right? So, and the other one here is the luck pillar. How many of you have the water element in the luck pillar? Great. Okay, luck pillar in Bazi represent your external world, what you see, yeah, what you exposed to, who come to you. So basically represent interaction with the external world. So which means a lot of your wealth is made because you're able to pick up the trend, because it's external, right? Trend, maybe remember that during pandemic, back to 2020, if you are a mask seller, you sell face masks, do you think you can make a lot of money, guys? A lot of people become multi-millionaire just happen because they are the mask manufacturer, right? Even in my country, there's a lot of the local players that make a lot of money. So are they a great business owner? I don't know. Yeah, but they're able to write to the at the time that is the trend. Agree? Right. So if you have it in the luck pillar, which means you need to pay attention to the current market trend. You're able to benefit some part of it. Do you understand? If you understand, type the word yes. Yeah, this is the as detailed as much I can get. Okay, at least now you know the direction to go. First step, we remove the goal fatigue. Now I'm telling you what to do moving forward. Okay, this is to build the momentum up. Yeah, for you guys. Okay, right. Cool. So now, how many of you here don't have any water element? Zero, totally no. And you almost want to log off already because you're so pissed off. You keep asking, why me, why me? Yeah, probably already logged off from this webinar. Oh, you're still here, all of you here. Wow, good. Now, since you're still here, you're so supportive, instead of logged out from the webinar, then can I share with you the solution for those who don't have this water element for 2024? There are 2 solutions for this. Yeah, the first solution here is, you know that this only for 2024, right? You just wait 1 year. Can or not? Not a lot of people can wait, right? 1 year. So obviously that one is not the intelligent solution. So we need to move on to second solution. It's like this. If you don't have any wealth element in the chart for 2024, what you need to do one more step. Yeah, the step is you need to find your friend or your acquaintance that have the water element in their hour pillar. You need to do extra thing, right? Of course, you don't have it, then you need to put up some extra effort to get it. So you need to plot their Bazi chart. That is your job. You need to ask for their date of birth and time of birth. And then you check among all your friends, among all your acquaintance or whoever, which of them, any of them actually have the water in their hour pillar? Only the hour. Why is the hour, guys? Okay, why is the hour? Because hour represent idea, right? So you need to invite this group of friends or whoever, yeah, to a dinner and then pick their brain. Because a lot of people, they have ideas, but they don't want to execute it. They just enjoy talking about it. Have you met someone like this? Probably more than a handful, right? People is like this. Yeah, a lot of time I get into an dinner invitation, or I meet some of my old friends, old colleagues. They sit down, they start talking about idea. Yeah, but after 5 years, they're still talking. Okay, they're having good time doing it. Yeah, I'm fine with it. So if I discover some of them, the hour pillar got wealth element, guess what will I do? I'll pay attention. Okay. Yeah. So I said, okay, let me write it down. It's great idea, great idea. When you say great idea, what they will do? They're going to talk more. Okay. Right. So you massage the ego a little bit, right? Then they start to talk more, they get excited. Then you drop it down. Then you tell them you're the most intelligent person I ever met in my entire life. Wow. Then they are in the air already, right? They can talk 24 hours that time. Allow them to. Okay. But if after what if some of your friends they don't have water element in the hour? Unfriend them. Okay. Wasting time, right? So unfriend them from Facebook, whatever. Okay, say bye-bye. Then after next year, 2025, check their chart again. Okay, if their chart suddenly got wealth element, okay, then you friend them again. Okay, just joking. Yeah, but I think you get my point, isn't it? Right. So this is how you work around in Bazi. So if you actually pay attention to this, you realize that not a lot of time you look at your Bazi, whether you have it or not, right? It's about strategy, because you are not alone in this world, right? There are so many people out there that they can help us. So sometimes with a little bit of creativity, you can turn around your life just like this. Okay. All right. So do you like this piece of information? So now you know the direction. Yeah, where to meet more wealth opportunities. Okay, by the way, someone also asked me, Iverson, in 2024, do I have water element in my hour pillar? Yes, I have it. So you're asking, right? Some of you just being busybody, you want to know. Yeah, now I'm telling you. Okay, yes, I have a water in my hour pillar. Yeah, but it's a hidden one. Hidden one means that you need to buy me a lot of food before I reveal it. Yeah, if it's on top, you buy a coffee, they'll tell you already. Okay, so my wealth element is at the bottom, just small one. Yeah, so might be few dinner costs or fine dining. Only I review a little bit. How many of you here have it on top? Not hidden, on top. Yeah, over on top, yeah, just simple 1 cup of coffee, instant coffee some more. You don't even need to have this go to Starbucks to buy coffee, all right? Instant 3-in-1 coffee, then that's it. You get all the idea already. Yeah, that's how it works. Okay, all right, nice. So do you want more information? Do you want more information? Yeah, this group of our audience is great because they participate a lot. Yeah, you in the chat box, the more you participate, then the more I share my information. Okay, since all of you here, do you enjoy this, by the way? This special edition of a mid-autumn webinar. Okay, great. So now let me ask you back on if you attending this webinar from the start. I did mention about the Pareto principles. Some information in the chart are more important than the others. Do you still remember which pillar is that? Is it the year or the month or the day, hour, or the luck pillar? Yes, you're right. Okay, the month pillar. So I want to share a little bit. How do you read the month pillar here, especially for 2024? So let me share the chart first. Okay, I want all of you here look at what. Okay, I want you to focus on the month. So here it contains an animal sign under the month pillar. Which animal sign you have in the month pillar? Type it in the chat box. Okay, great. So now I'm teaching you a little bit of anticipation or prediction. Okay. Yeah, because I do a lot of this because I think a lot of you here know I'm a consultant, right? I talk to my inner group of people, yeah, because normally right now I don't do a lot of consultation, yeah, but there's some group of I do it earlier on. So this group here is an inner group business person, or these are the group that I keep talking to. So they need some prediction, yeah, because all of them they know how to make money, but they also want to know also what is the upcoming opportunities. So therefore, I'm going to share with you one of the way you can read this is like this, because the month represent your business or your career. So how do you know there will be a shift or a change in your career is when you see a clash. Okay, you know that next year is the year of what? Is a year of dragon, right? Is a year of dragon. So now you know that dragon clash with what? Dog. Okay, dragon is 2024, right? It will clash with dog. So what if you discover that your month pillar, which is very important, there's a dog here. Don't you think 2024, which is the dragon animal sign, will clash with the dog? Yes or no? Yes. So the dog in 2024 is the star of change. So what does it mean? Okay, first of all, type the word me if you discover the dog in the chart, in the month pillar. Okay, closing your eyes will not change that, all right? Is when you open your eyes, the dog is still there. In the month. Okay, all right. In the month, I'm not interested anywhere else. Only in the month. Okay, great. So now, don't you think it's a clash for next year? So if you want to predict, right? Yeah, what kind of change is that? See, in the month is represent your career. So it could means changing job, changing role, or changing boss. Yeah, it could mean Cherry say promotion possible. Yeah, promotion represent changing role, or maybe even changing boss. So you're reporting to a new person, it could be, or change job. Okay, so or totally resign. Yeah, in Cantonese we say 哭出去. Okay, so some people, I don't care, I just let go everything. Also consider like this. Okay, so then some people ask if the change is good or not. Yeah, some people ask this question. How many of you are interested to know this? So is it a good change or a bad change? You want to know this? Yeah, the answer here is, yeah, the answer here is only you can tell. Right? Because if you are someone capable, it's a good change. Right? No matter where you go, if you're someone smart, you have a great attitude, even you enter the wrong company, you will make it become good. You get what I mean? Most of the time, it's not the environment, it's who you are. So if you are someone lazy, you keep blaming your boss, you keep blaming your colleague are not helping you, no matter where you go, it's the same situation will happen again. Have you experienced before? You know, you keep changing job. Yeah, it's somehow like, you know, the boss will have different name, but almost the same person. Just different name. Yeah, so therefore that one is up to you. Yeah, so remember when you ask, is it a change good or not? Is you. Okay, let me give you an example here. Like last time, I mean, this is like 20 years ago or something, when Steve Jobs got invited back to Apple, yeah, to lead the company again. That time, Apple is 3 months from bankruptcy. Yeah, they're dead serious. Yeah, that time. Yeah, it's 3 months from bankruptcy. So at that time, when Steve Jobs decided to go back to Apple, is it a right or wrong decision? Is it a good or bad change? I would say 99% of the people say, Steve Jobs, are you out of your mind? The company is bankrupt. You have a company, you have a Pixar that time, right? So why are you doing it? And those critique is correct. The only thing that overlook is the person, Steve Jobs is not the ordinary person. Has his ordinary person, all of their critics is correct. But they don't know Steve Jobs is 1 in a billion. All right. So with the right person, get into a wrong company, what will happen? You turn it to become the most valuable company in the world at the time. Bypass ExxonMobil. Okay, do you get my point here? Yeah, so need not to ask whether it's a good change or not. You will know it. If you say I don't know, mean it's a bad change. Means you don't know your value, right? So consider a bad change. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, so this is the one. Then you say, okay, Iverson, there will be a big change, right? But when the clash here, what is there something called confirmed change or not? Yes. Okay, so if you have this element, it's sort of like almost 100% change. Do you want to know this or not? I leave it to you. If you want to know, I'm going to tell you. Yeah, because when you add in one more element into consideration, you can know the chances of changing is high or low. Okay, all right, cool. So since you want it, now you're the one asking, all right? Then later you cannot sleep at night, don't blame me, okay? Now, I want to share this screen again. So just now, I mentioned that here is a dog, right? Those person that have a dog here, remember I say it's a style of change, but almost confirmed change, maybe like even 99%, is when you have a yang earth here. How many of you here at the bottom you have a dog, on top is an earth element? It looks like this, Wu earth. Type the word me. Only you must have a dog first, all right? If you don't have a dog, it does not matter. You're not part of this. First criteria, you must have a dog here. Yeah, you must have a dog first, all right? If you have a horse, yeah, this information is not related to you. Only you have a dog, and then you look up here, you have a Wu earth or earth element here. Yeah, this is a big change. Right? They'll do something totally different. Yeah, or maybe change company. And this is not like I got increment 10%. That one is small change. All right. Or if I'm assistant manager, now I become a manager. This is, if you have a Wu earth on top, it's not a small change, it's a drastic change. A totally different role. Yeah, or something you're not familiar with. Like last time, yeah, the big change for me that time is I was a programmer before. Then I decided to change to become a speaker. Right? It's a totally different profession, right? Is it a big change for me that time? You know what is a programmer job is, right? Yeah, they're sitting at a computer and then they're writing program. And suddenly asked me to stand on stage and to talk to a group of audience. That if you have the on top is the earth and then bottom is the dog, you might experience this in 2024. Okay, again, is it a good or bad change? Then you don't ask yourself, right? Are you committed? Are you going to make it work? Yeah, a lot of people keep thinking, right? A lot of people keep thinking that one decision will screw up their life. Like, okay, should I choose company A or B? No, because once you join company A or B, you still need to make a lot of decisions, right? Yeah, all of that creates success or failure. Not just because you enter this company, then your whole destiny is set. No. Okay, let's say you make the first decision is wrong. Can you use the second decision to correct it? Yes. Can you use the third decision to correct it? Yes. Just like Steve Jobs, right? So he entered the wrong company. Yes, he had 3 months from bankruptcy. First decision is wrong. But once he get into the company, he makes so many changes, so many good decisions along the way, and then he turned around the ship. Okay. All right. So this is the part about Bazi. So do you actually enjoy looking at your own Bazi chart? Yeah, there are so many information there. So, but one thing here is like this. What I shared just now, all this while here, is to help you to counter your goal fatigue and then set you to a direction. Yeah, but if you want to think at a bigger picture, right? Let me share with you. A bigger picture is like this. I know a lot of people that are interested in 2024 yearly, right? But don't you think those people that create success, huge success and happiness in their life, they don't just look at 1 year, right? Because year keep changing. Don't you think they also need for look for long term as well, guys? Right? It's not like this year, okay, this industry is a good one. I do this, and then next year, different industry, I need to change my job again. Right? That one is just for short-term goal. But if you want to succeed, want to create breakthrough in your life, you not only need to take into or understand the short-term effect, you also want to understand the long-term. Make sense? Okay. So, and in order to do that, right, you must have this ability to ask the right question. All right. So I think some of the I'm going to share with you some of those questions. How about this? This question read like this: how do I succeed despite given a bad destiny chart? Is it a good question to ask? How do I succeed despite being given a bad destiny chart? Yeah, that's a long-term question, right? Yeah. So, and what's stopping me or blocking me right now from achieving what I want in long term? If you know that answer, would it be important to you? Right? Or what is the fastest way to achieve my goal effortlessly? Yes? Yeah, all this can be answered from the Parter chart. And how do I regain my confidence and mojo back? Maybe you used to be a winner 10 years ago. And along the way, you sort of like losing your touch and you want to regain it back. Okay. And what gives me lasting happiness and purpose in my life? Yeah, I think success, right, is not just how much money you have in the bank or how many cars you own or how big your house is. For me, success also means your ability to have inner peace every day. Agree or not? Right? What's the point of having everything, but internally you're miserable? Right? So, but every day, if you have peace inside, you're contented, you're calm. For me, that is success as well. Okay? So how many of you here would like to know more information about this? Type the word me. All these life-changing questions. Yeah, if you know all these answers to this, I think your life, if you act on it, you set up your way to success. Okay, great. So now I'm going to give you two options to do this, right? To achieve, to know how to derive this answer from your chart. These are the life-changing information. So the first option here, I suggest you to learn. Yeah, learn Parter. That's one way. Okay, but learning Parter could take some time. Yeah, maybe like 2 to 3 years. Some of you might take 5 years. And another way here is you can actually get someone to read it for you, so you get the answer instantly without spending so many years try to understand Parter. That will take you waste a lot of time, right? Why not you just get it like instantly? How many of you want to get it instantly? Type that with me. Okay, great. So now, if you are interested to do this, I would like to actually share with you one way you can actually approach this is I actually having this private coaching. Yeah, private coaching means that one-to-one. I'm going to actually read your chart. So because I've been learning this for the last 10 years, if not more. So I think so you sort of like compress your learning time, right? You need to learn, you just get answers straight. So you save you a lot of time. So you have more time to work on your goal rather than compared to just to find information what to do, right? So now you have ready. So how do you achieve this is I discovered this is much needed, especially in period 9. Yeah, period 9, as you know, is a very tough world. The way we make money is different. A new wealth is coming in. I'll call this our wealth 2.0. So a lot of things keep changing, right? So therefore, I discovered that a lot of people that can be better, but the only part is they don't know this piece of information. So I decided and to actually open my slot because I don't have much time to do consultation. I think some of you, you request for the slot. Sometimes you need to wait for a few months, right? It's not that I don't want to do because I have so many things. So, and to a point that, the team tell me, hey, there are some people that want to actually work with me as one-to-one. So this is not a class. This one is like one-to-one talking to you. So I say, okay, all right, I'm going to open a minimum slot for this. And this consultation is not like I talk to you and then bye-bye, So there must be a series of it. So in order to make this work, you need 3 sessions. So I created this to help anyone who want to change their life. Okay, I want someone that committed. I don't want someone just having fun, just have a conversation, then they forget everything. I'm not looking for that person. Your time is valuable, my time also valuable, all right? So it's not just because you have money to pay, I'm going to accept you as a client. Yeah, I want to help people at the same time. So I need to know, are you committed? Are you a player? Yeah, you're not here just to listen and then you forget and then bye-bye, you go home. Not like that, right? But if you're interested, yeah, I created this session here, curated by me. Yeah, it's called Destiny Breakthrough. Yeah, so this is a private coaching session with me. And how do you know? Yeah, this is right for you. So let me share with you. Yeah, you need to know first. Yeah, this part here. So are you right now facing setbacks in terms of your career? It could be finance, it could be relationship. You have setbacks. Yeah, or you're in a downward spiral. You don't know how to get yourself out of it. Yeah, or you feel that it seems like invisible force are suppressing you. No matter what you do, it seems like you're always getting the shorter end of the stick. Okay, so setbacks. Yeah, and it's painful. And maybe you're wondering, when will it end? Or is there ending if is in the first place, right? So then if it's not, maybe some of you don't have setbacks, right? Maybe you're just lack of direction. You're okay with your job, but you're wondering, what is my next 10 years you want to become, right? You don't want to grow old doing the same thing. How many of you here are here? You don't have much setbacks. You're pretty okay, but you're sort of like, just floating. Okay, some of you might have lack of direction, right? So, and maybe some of you, you don't have setbacks. You also know what to do, but you just fear the unknown. You know exactly what to do, right? But you feel, what if I do this, what I have to lose? Okay, there are so many things on the line right now, right? Too much to lose, right? The fear of unknown. Some of us, we know what to do. We are not lack of direction, but we just fear of the unknown. So we prevent ourselves from doing it. So what you need is strategy, winning strategy. How many of you here belong to this group here? You need strategy. You don't have much setbacks. You're okay. And you know what to do, but you just have fear. You need something to work upon, a structure, a formula. There you go, right? So this is so what to grow. And then finally, this group of people, they are doing okay. Yeah, they're doing fairly well, but they need the next level up, then actually need a breakthrough. Okay. Yeah, current win does not satisfy them anymore. They get bored of it. They hit the plateau, then need to up next level. Yeah, these are the 4 group. If you belong to any of these 4 here, right, or more than of this, either maybe one of it, or maybe 2 or 3, or all of this, then, right, this program is right for you. I designed this program is to address this group of people. If you don't have any of these problems, you need not to engage on this. Okay, so if you are interested, let me share with you. This Destiny Breakthrough consists of 3 sessions. So it's a meeting, online meeting, one-to-one with me. I'm going to read your chart. I'm using Bazi, Qimeng, Yijing, or whatever that is necessary to help you. So I'm going to do that. All right. So therefore, it consists of 3 sessions. Each of the session around like 1 hour, and we're going to do this across 1 month apart. Right. So if I meet you like today, and then I'm going to follow with you a month from now, so they are total of 3 times. Okay. So, and why is 3? Is because of this. The first session, we talk about awareness. I think this is important. So if you are wondering, what industry I can succeed in, what kind of role I should play, what kind of opportunity that I have, what is my weakness, what are my blind spots, what are my wealth potential, where's my wealth flow is about to aware what is given to you. Not only you know who you are, you also want to know who you will become. Make sense? Yeah, Bazi doesn't end with finding who you are. Yeah, Bazi, the most smart way to use Bazi is to find out who you can become. Yeah, that is the part. Yeah, the first session talk all about this. So you have this awareness here. Okay. So now the second session talk about strategy, because the first session, once you gain clarity, you aware what you have, then now is to form what to do, right? What kind of strategy I should take first. So either it's a business or career or whatever you set out to do, then need strategy. So I'm going to use a lot of achievement to verify whether your strategy is correct or not. How can we tweak it to increase the odds of success? All of this here we focus on session number 2. All right. So, and once you've work hard on it, then you reach to session number 3. That's when we talk about breakthrough. Yeah, breakthrough is go to the next level. I cannot just directly go to breakthrough first without doing the awareness and strategy. So there's a sequence to it. Yeah, that's why this Destiny Breakthrough session consists of these 3 sessions. How many of you here are interested to join and engage this session with me? Type the word me. All right. So, and let me tell you, each of these session the investment price for this, if you engage me 1-to-1 for one session, is $397 per session. Yeah. Okay. So if you add up 3 of these together, yeah, 397 is equal to 1,191. Okay. But yeah, if you join us today, all right, limited slot, by the way, if you decided to engage this, yeah, and then you go to get this 3 session instead of 1,191, you will get everything this 3 session for 697 only. So this gives you a saving of $494 or 41% saving. Okay, so this is the one. So maybe you don't need this, but maybe your family need this, or your friend. Maybe you want to help them out. You know, yeah, this is the way to do it for them. Okay, all right. So if you are interested, yeah, there you go. This is the link for you to enroll now. joeyap.com/breakthrough. So the team also posted the link in the chat box, right? If you're interested, right, there you go. You know, grab this chance here, because like I told you, I didn't take in new clients anymore. All right. If you know me, you know, right? So if you want to make booking, because I already stopped taking incoming client because I cannot handle so many person, right? So, but after several months, I'm going to open the slot a little bit. So right now, I'm able only to commit 20 people only for now. All right. So once this slot is full, I need to close this. Yeah, I don't want to take in so much more than I handle. Then I don't want to just do a job for the sake of doing, right? I want to meet the right people so I can give my best to the right people. So my time is worth it. Your time also worth it. Okay, so just for you to know, this only available for 20 slots. So if the slot is full up, even you have paid, we're going to refund you if it's already exceed 20. All right, I'm sorry to say that, because yeah, like everyone else, our time are limited, right? Because I still have business to run, so many things. I cannot just do consult every single day, right? Okay, and now to add in further here, the session that the 3 session, I will also include the 2024 outlook. How many of you also want to know, like 2024, what is the animal sign is good in doing what, right? So during this 3 session, I will also do it from a way I will include the 2024 outlook information inside, and also period 9 information inside. Okay, so whenever it's relevant. So if I discover your chart here is got great opportunities, period 9, I'm going to tell you, hey, you know, this is the path you should go. How about that? Yeah, so you get everything in. Yeah, so let me tell you what you get. You get 3 sessions with me. All right, so each of them is 1 hour, and this is what the Destiny Breakthrough program is. So we're going to grab these opportunities again. There you go. There are 3 sessions with me. Then this is the price here, 697, and enroll this before it's full. Okay, so some of you asked also, When I'm going to open up the slot again, I don't know. Right? Maybe next year. Yeah, I don't know when it is. Yeah, I need to check on my schedule as well and anything else. Okay, so I hopefully this will give you an opportunities, to do something for yourself instead of spending like the next 3 to 4 years to learn the art. Why not you get it right now? And that alone save you money, right? Because I believe time is money. Okay, cool. So, and talk to the team. The team is here. You have any question, you can talk to them. And okay, Kelly asked the question, how long each session? Each session is around 60 minutes. Okay, so, and there are total of 3 sessions altogether. So total is like what? 180 minutes. I think so. My maths are pretty bad. Basically 3 hours. Yes, but I won't do it 3 hours at the same time. So after I do the first hour, I need to give you homework first. You need to do it first. And I'm going to meet you again the next month. And then also homework will be given to you for you to do. I want to hold you accountable, right? I'm going to get you accountable for results. And then the third one, I'm going to meet you again in the next month. That's how it works. Yeah, so I'm going to give you action step. Yeah, not just like listening about astrology explanation. Yeah, it's interesting, but if without action plan, nothing change. Okay, cool. Some of you also asked, what will be their recording? Yes, you're going to record it. Why you're going to record this? Because I don't want you to take notes while I'm talking to you, because you won't pay attention about what I'm about to say to you, right? So when you have a recording, you have peace of mind. You can listen back to the recording over and over again. So yes, recording is allowed, which in fact, we encourage you to record it. Okay. All right. Cool. So any other question you can type in here. I do my best to answer your question. All right, great. So do you like today's sharing? Yeah, everything I talk about the goal fatigue concept. Do you like it? Yeah, we talk about, type the word yes if you like the sharing today. Cool. Yeah, thank you for spending your time. Truly appreciate that. Also, thanks to